Do we see religions of the world more consistently promoting the truth about God today, or corrupted with the wine, the false teachings of Babylon? Sunday's lesson, it's entitled "The Wine of Her Wrath," referring to Babylon. What does wine, literal physical wine, do to a person? Numbs. Other thoughts? Depresses. Other thoughts? Alters. I like where you're going with that, yeah. What impact does wine have on the reasoning abilities, the abilities to discern, to comprehend, to understand, to self-restrain, to make critical, wise decisions? It impairs it all. It impairs higher cortex function. That's what it does. So this is a metaphor. The wine of Babylon, I'm going to suggest to you, is going to have a similar impact. It's going to impair reasoning. It's going to impair critical decision-making. It's going to impair self-governance. It's going to cause a person to be stuporous in their processing and their mental processing. So what does Babylon distribute? This system that we just talked about. What does it distribute that has an effect? The effect to damage the mind, undermine reasoning, impair discernment, impair comprehension, undermine critical thinking, and impair self-governance. What does it distribute that does that? Lies. Lies, exactly. Let's give some example. False theologies, distorted belief systems that are contradictory in nature, what we call antithetical beliefs. If A is true, by definition, it will mean that B is false. This is an antithetical belief. It's either one or the other. They can't both be true simultaneously. Are there things taught in Christianity that if A is true, B is automatically false, but both are held up to be true? How about this? God is love. Now that is a Bible truth. Let's stand by that truth. God is love, and love is not self-seeking. Love is other-centered. Love is self-sacrificial. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son. This is how we know what love is, that Christ gave his life for us. We ought to give our lives for our brothers. This is love. God is love. No truth. No question about it. But it's also taught that if you don't love him, he'll use his power to torture you in hell for all eternity. Wait a second. Try that on somebody you love. I want to be like God, and God is love, and he says, if I love you, I'm going to show you my love in various ways, lots of self-sacrificial stuff. I'm going to serve you, I'm going to do lots of stuff for you. But in the end, if you refuse to love me, well, I'll be as godly as I can. I can't burn you for eternity, so I'll just pour gas on you and burn you for a few minutes till you die. Do you love me more? Does that work for anybody? It's antithetical. It's actually a violation of design law called the law of liberty. Whenever you threaten somebody, you damage love and incite rebellion. And so, how is this belief held amongst millions and millions, billions of Christian folk? God is love, but if you don't love him, he'll either torture you as long as you deserve and kill you, or torture you for all eternity. How is it held? This is how it's held. By shutting off reasoning power, and they go, well, you know what? God's ways aren't my ways. His ways are higher than my ways. I can't comprehend an infinite God. That's beyond my ability to comprehend and understand. I don't ask that question. I just trust that it's loving. Wendell.